We're going to learn how we're able to create banded speedometer like this one. I have a few bands, they have different colors. If I change the value from 17 to 55, you'll notice the needle changes location. If I change from 55 to 99, it changes as well. So this is a very useful way to visualize your data, and let's learn how we're able to do this together. Before we start, let's understand how this works. So for the speedometer, it uses a circle and it divided into half. We only show first half, and the lower half it will be using no fill to make it invisible. So for our data here, we have a first half where we have all the data, and the lower half it has all the number. So what we want to do is the total of all of them will be 200, and depending on how many bands you are looking for. So currently mine is 4 bands, and each of them will have an equal width, so there'll be 25 each. So this is what we are going to use later on. Let's select the data we have on the left side, and I go to insert, and I'm going to go to the pie and chart, and I'm going to use donut chart. And you can see the donut chart, it uses something like this one, and then after rotation, these are the 4 bands we are going to use, and the other half we will make it invisible by changing to no fill. Let's change the color before we continue. So I select the first one, so I can right click, format series, or I can just press Ctrl number 1. Let's change the color. So let's go to the fill, and the first color I'm going to use, that will be using the gray color. So I want to go to fill, I want to use gray color, and then the next one I'm going to use the red color. I can right click over here, I can change it to red color. Okay, and then go for the orange color. So let's do this one. Okay, orange will be this part. Okay, and the last one is a green, so I will use green color. Okay, good. And I want to make the thing a bit narrower for the middle, so the circle, the whole size, instead of 75, I want to make it 50. So it has a narrower size, and you will notice maybe it's not to your liking, you can adjust it later on. And for this part, the angle for the first line, it will be start from 270. Yep, 270. And you will notice the whole thing changes. And we click on the lower side of it, this particular slide. I want to make it as no fill, and make it right click, no fill, and it has no outline, so that's good. The legend is no longer required, I will just delete it. And same goes with the title. For now, I can just remove it. Let me adjust the size a little bit. So I have this part ready. And the next thing I'm going to add is for the value. The value over here is what we are going to use later on. The value is the one on the left side before the needle, like over here, is over here. And the needle is what we can see, the small tiny here, and the blank is whatever at the remaining. So this is what we're going to have. To help us to format the needle better, so I want to change the needle. Instead of 1, I want to make it as 10. And just for you to aware, the formula for the blank is just 200 minus the value and also the needle size. So it is matching the total 200 as per the above. So once I have done this part, so I'm going to add the data here. So I cannot just copy and paste to add it here. I will need to select the chart and go to chart design, and there's something called select data. Alternatively, I can just right click on the chart and choose select data. It's the same thing. So after select data, then I want to add series, and the series name will be the value, and the series value will be all these 3. Okay, good. And click OK before we continue. And meanwhile, the series here, it has no name. I want to edit it. And the name, I want to use performance band. The reason I'm changing this part is to make it readable later on and make it descriptive and easy to adjust for the future. So I have all these things ready, and click OK, and you will see something like this. Click the outer layer, and I'm going to change it to a different chart type. Right click, change series chart type. And for the value, we are going to make it as the pie chart. Make it as pie chart and click OK. and we are here. Good. And click on the pie chart. Then we can press Ctrl number 1 or go to Format Data Series. And I want to make sure the first angle is 270. And you can see the whole thing rotated. Very good. And let's click the first slice. Click the first slice. And I want to use the first slice as no fill. Make it as no fill. And same with the third slice. Click it. And make it as no fill as well. And let's click outside. And you notice the line here has a white color surrounding it. I need to make it as no outline. Make sure you click outside and click it back again, and the entire circle is selected. That is the time you go to format and change the shape outline to no outline, so that we are able to fully utilize all the space available. And then we click on the needle. This is only the needle. Click on the needle, and then we want to make it as black color and with the black outline, so it makes the whole thing a little bit thicker later on. So this is almost done. And to double check, so I want to go to the needle to make it as 1, and you can see this making tiny. Okay, this is good. We are almost there. And you will notice there are 2 ways we are able to show the data. So one, I can show it outside, and now I can make it stand out. And before that, I want to change the needle back to number 10 because it's easier to adjust. And to make this one stand out, maybe to go a little bit further out, click once and you will notice the entire circle is selected. Click this slice again, and then you use your mouse to drag to pull it out. So this is to make this one stand out from the rest. And then I change this one from 10 back to number 1. And let's do this. Click this one again, right click at data label. Make sure you click only the needle. Right click. Okay. Whenever it's not easy, just go back and change the needle size to 10. So this is a good demonstration to show you. Just you can change this one to make it easier for formatting. Click this one and click again. Make sure only this line is selected. Right click at data label. And its currently is inside. You can see it's a bit tiny. Just click the data label over here, and then you can press Ctrl number 1. It goes to Format Data Label. Inside Format Data Label, there are a few things we want to adjust. We do not want to show leader die, and I want to show the label position outside end. Okay, make it outside. Very good. And we do not want to show number 10. I want to show the actual value. While this is selected, click again. You'll notice the dots surrounding it. It becomes the white color. Go to the formula bar, equal, and go to the value and press enter. Yep, it changes to the right value. Now we can change the needle back to number 1. And it's much more better. Okay, so I want to show the value, or so-called the label. While this chart is selected, I can go to Insert, Illustration, Shape, and I want to use a text box. When you're drawing a text box, make sure you draw inside the chart so that next time when you move the chart, it will move together. So while this is selected, I can just go to Formula Bar, Equal, and select the value 17, press Enter. Once you have done, make sure you align this one. You want to increase the size to make it much more visible. Okay, make it align center and middle. So I want to adjust to make it lighter. Okay, good. So this is a quick run through how you're able to do this one. Let me do some testing. Let's change the number from 17 to 88. And you can see it changes. And I change it to 55. Yes, it changes. I hope this video gives you more ideas how you're able to visualize your data with a greater impact, so that you're able to tell greater data stories with your data. And my name is Tai, and some people call me Excel Sifu, and see you in the next video.